You know what? Say a lot about these cheaters, but no paedophiles. I rate that.
Welcome back to Simon Reacts. Today, myself, Toby, Josh, and Harry are reacting to the strangest things people have found in their backyard. Ooh. It's not a metaphor for the bum.
That could be a good video, to be fair, though.
Found in your bum?
That would be a good video to watch.
JJ had a grape in his, right?
Oh, you found that in his?
No.
What?
He put in there 50 quid and get paid for it.
Oh, okay.
Alright. This is actual backyard, okay?
From Hollywood actresses to real-life cheetahs, here are 12 of the strangest things found in people's backyards.
There's got to be like hidden treasure or something, right? That'd be one of them. You'd be gassed.
Gas, that happened, yeah.
Number 12. Cash in a bag.
Oh, there we
In
go.
August 2011, Wayne Sabaj, a 51-year-old unemployed carpenter from Illinois, was picking broccoli in his backyard garden when he found 100 and...
Does broccoli grow out the ground, or does it grow off a tree?
At the ground?
I actually
Out the ground?
Why was it out of the ground? Why was it out of the ground?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Is it like?
I know what you mean. Why did you say it like that?
I don't know. Oh, it is like a cabbage. I don't know. I was just intrigued.
Out of
the ground?
Or on the tree?
Well, it grows out the ground, boys. I'll have you know. It grows out the ground.
He found over $100,000.
He reported the discovery to the police with
What?
the understanding that
No.
if the money was not claimed by anyone else by the end of 2012, it would be his. Would you have done the same?
Wait,
No.
Soon after, 87-year-old Sabaj's neighbor, Dolores Johnson, claimed the money, saying that she had got rid of the money because it was cursed. The court gave a part of the money to Johnson's daughter, with a portion of it set to go to Sabaj as a reward. However, Sabaj died just 10 days before receiving the prize from complications from diabetes.
Because the money's cursed.
Dolores
Money is
Johnson
cursed.
also died before she could claim the money, making people wonder if she was right about that curse.
I'd have just kept it, bro. No question asked.
Another interesting twist is that a local store owner filed a claim for the money, saying the same amount was stolen from his store in 2010. However, half of the money went to Johnson's daughter and the other half to Sabaj's son. As far as anyone knows, the pair lived to enjoy their prize.
Oh, well, there we go.
Oh, okay.
I ain't saying that to the police.
Yeah, fuck that.
Number 11. Human remains. In 2011, Don Selby in Salt Lake City, Utah, was working with his crew in a homeowner's yard. Some reports say they were digging out a water main, while other reports suggest they were digging up a pond. Whatever, either way, they made a gruesome discovery. Human bones. Frightened by the unexpected find, he called the police. When physical anthropologists from the state got to the scene, they uncovered the skeletal remains of an adult, but no head. Later, when Selby tried to continue work, he found the skeleton's skull. Results concluded that the bones were not of a recent murder, but once belonged to a Fremont Indian who lived in Utah about 1,000 years ago.
Oh, that's pretty
Over
sick,
the
actually.
past 10 to
I see so many
15
bodies
years,
on the
similar
underneath
finds
the
have been
ground.
uncovered in the area. Plans were made to test to see if they can be traced to a modern tribe, and all local tribes were to be contacted. According to law, if a tribe wishes to claim the remains and rebury the person, they may.
Should we do that for a Cyber video? Claim remains and throw them like a funeral? Or was that a bit
Claim,
deep?
we're not a
What?
tribe.
I thought
We
you
can't
were
claim
gonna say,
remains
like-
of a random person.
Yeah, you
Right,
can't just
good.
say, yeah, that's Sidemen property
Yeah, we can
now.
say that was part of the Sidemen clan.
Yeah, like an OG, a long lost OG.
Yeah, there was 8 of us.
The fuck?
They played GTA with us back in the day.
It's our Simon ancestors before us.
We've run out of video ideas, boys. We need something. Come on. Maybe.
Number 10. Bronze Age Headstone. When amateur historian Stephen Davis from England began researching the history of his
England.
house, he came across a
England.
reference to an ancient stone called the Horse Stone near Stroud, which had been lost for 350 years.
Is he eating twigs?
I can't what he was eating.
18 months after starting an active search for the stone in 1987, it turns out it was in Davis's own backyard, covered completely with ivy.
I'm gonna ask, right? I'm gonna sound like an idiot. What's a headstone?
The thing when you die, right? When you
thing
get
that
buried,
stands
it's
over
just
your
a stone of your grave.
The gravestone.
Yeah, that one. So the one that says Simon Minter. Hi again, it's me. 992.
What's a gravestone?
Same
What's a
thing.
gravestone?
Same thing.
They're the same things. Why are they saying headstone?
I think it's
Goes by your
American.
head.
What if they accidentally bury you the wrong way around?
Feet stone.
Footstone.
The first mention of the stone was in a legal document written in the 12th century,
Grealish.
and the last mention was in a tax record from the 17th century.
Just
It's
slick back
believed to
hair.
have marked a burial plot from the
Highlights.
Bronze Age and dates back to about 2500 BC. Number 9. Loaded machine gun.
What? That has to be a murder weapon.
Between his garage and the fence, he found a plastic bag containing a pillowcase. This is always a bad sign. When he looked inside, to his
Jesus.
surprise, there was a fully loaded machine gun.
Yo, if you just claim that you found a weapon,
I was
is
about
that
to
not
say
a good
this,
way
yeah.
to get rid of a murder weapon? Like, oh, I just
Not if
found
your
this in my
prints
back
are on it.
garden.
Has your prints on it because you picked it up?
Yeah, I picked it out of the ground, so it's got my prints on it.
They'll do some detective work and realise it was fired X amount of days ago, therefore.
And they'll find your guns and they'll have like some gunpowder residue on it or some shit, aren't they?
They're sneaky, those policemen. They always figure some stuff out.
And now for number 8. But first, be sure to subscribe
To
if you are
Simon
new here.
Reacts.
Then reacts.
Look at the bottom channel.
Kill
They
you.
will kill
Oh
you.
my god.
Number 8. 1700s Cemetery. Some people say that New Orleans is built over
found
the
a
dead,
whole
and it
cemetery,
seems
isn't
that
it?
way with its plethora of cemeteries. When Vincent Marcello from New Orleans, Louisiana, decided to dig a
New
plot
crops.
in his backyard for a swimming pool,
They're kind of dope.
Yeah, I'm pretty far, you know.
he ended up discovering a historic cemetery dating back to the 1700s. The workers unearthed 13 caskets with human remains. The caskets were stacked one on top of the other underground
Look at all those headstones.
at the property that used to be St. Peter Cemetery before it was closed down due to overcrowding.
I was thinking this the other day. I was thinking about this. So you know, graveyards.
This is at Chris's shoot. You asked us this.
Yeah. Like at what point? Like so there's a graveyard near my house in London, and it's in a like the land it's on is got to be worth like hundreds of millions, billions. Like it's a prime spot in London. At what point they'd be like.
They might have stopped. They probably just stopped putting bodies in there, and then after X amount of years, it'll be a case of like you can get cleared.
Yeah.
Cleared.
Yeah,
I
because-
mean, at some point you've got to do
yeah,
it,
like
right?
because obviously there's like if you go to a cemetery, you'll see that there's like gravestones from maybe like the 1800s, but there's none from before that most of the time because they just clear space eventually.
Do they?
Isn't that mad?
Eventually, like imagine like in 2400, like whatever year it is. Like you can't have 18, but like bodies from 1800. It won't happen.
At what point
Isn't
do
that
they
mad?
start just ejecting them into space?
Like 100 years, and you're just like, yeah, calm. You.
Like, you've
you're
had your
done
time.
now.
You've had your
You've
rest.
had your time in it. Yeah.
100
It's
years
kinda weird,
is a
isn't
good
it?
enough sleep. Get out.
That's mad.
Do the skeleton bones decompose? No, they can't. It's 1,000 years. Same thing.
And they're in a casket.
Yeah.
Who knows,
Wonder.
boys? Who knows? Let us know in the comments if you know what happens to the graveyard.
Yeah, what happens?
We're
I'm actually
intrigued.
curious now.
I'm googling it.
Football pitch.
It's what they would have wanted.
Still a better atmosphere than Emirates. Sorry.
Wow.
Number 7. A Hollywood actress. In 1996, 47-year-old Canadian-born actress
She's 47, mate. She looks about 96.
was found in someone's backyard in Glendale, California. The actress, who was battling health and financial problems at the time, had been missing for 3 days before she was found. She was supposed to have flown to Arizona from Los Angeles to teach a class. However, when she didn't arrive, her manager filed a missing persons report.
So what? She was just chilling in someone's garden.
Was it her own garden?
I don't know if it counts as chilling.
Was she dead?
They found her remains.
Did they say they found her
I thought
remains?
she was alive. I thought she was like chilling out with a sangria.
Oh,
or something.
then she actually was just in a garden. Yeah, maybe.
Wait, did they not find her remains?
I don't know.
Was found in someone's backyard
she's
in
alive. She's
Glendale,
kicking.
California.
Yeah, because that's an older photo of her. That's an older photo of her, wasn't it?
Oh, okay, so she wasn't 46 in that picture.
No.
Yeah, that was bamboozled me for a bit.
According to the police, she was frightened and paranoid, wearing dirty clothes and missing some teeth. Her paranoia
Mad.
was centered around her ex-husband, who she claimed was the head of the CIA and was out to get her. She had even cut her hair with a razor blade in an attempt to hide. Doctors later diagnosed her with bipolar disorder and placed her in psychiatric care, where she made a complete recovery. Today, Margot Kidder is a spokeswoman for the mentally
that's-
ill.
Okay, fair enough. I thought that was her.
Definitely not her remains then.
No.
Unless it was poo. That's fair enough.
Oh.
Number 6. Church bells. In 2013, a man from the Czech Republic
He's got poo on him.
KSI in the camping video.
KSI when he licks ass.
Oh,
Simon.
digging up his backyard to install some pipes when he stumbled across some unusual metal objects. Just as a side note, always call the city before you start digging deep in your backyard. After excavation, he found out it was 2 large church bells about 400 years old, and those things are huge. Later, it turned out that the bells had been stolen 11 years earlier from a nearby church.
I won't lie, if I ever found something cool like that in my back garden, I'm not telling anyone, I'm just keeping it for my family. Like, I'm being like, we found this
But
big
a
garden.
church-
We found a bell.
What are you gonna do with a church bell?
Yeah.
You'd definitely tell people as well. You'd say it on stream or something. You're like, lads, I found this
You might look
giant church bell in the garden.
on the Clips
You want the
channel.
clip?
Look, boys, what I found. W2S finds a giant bell in garden.
And the bottom lip's out and the hands are up.
WWII shows his giant bell live on stream.
Number 5. Mastodon Bones. In 2012,
What's
two
a
boys
mastodon?
named Eric and Andrew from Detroit, Michigan were building a dam in the creek that flows
got the
through their
answers to this one.
backyard when Eric saw a strange-looking rock sticking up from the ground.
Oh, what's that little
Eric
fossil
thought it
thing?
was a rock, but his cousin Andrew immediately recognized it as an animal bone. Eric's father, an internal medicine doctor, confirmed Andrew's assessment. The family called in a paleontologist from the Cranbrook Institute of Science in Bloomfield
That's
Hills,
Cranbrook,
who
that's a
later
private
authenticated
school.
the bone as an axis or neck bone from a mastodon some 13,000 years old. Pretty cool, right? This is not the
Yeah.
first such
What is
find in
it?
Michigan. In 2015,
It's on
a
Google.
contractor working on a
Google,
client's
on the
property
phone.
discovered
Bad.
42 bones. Scientists determined they
There you
belonged
go.
to a 37-year-old male mastodon
mad.
who walked the Michigan
Oh.
area some 14,000 years ago.
It's Ice Age.
Like a big old horse.
Is it dog? Is it dog?
More like an elephant, actually, looking back on it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I
mammoth,
was gonna
man.
say, what?
Yeah, no,
It's a
I'm looking at
mammoth.
it. No, I don't know why I said horse.
I thought you were just memeing. That's why I said, is
No,
it a
no.
dog? I thought you were just straight memeing. That's why I was like, all right, cool. Is it horse?
Number 4. Meteorites. The chances of you finding a piece of meteorite in your backyard is pretty small, let alone a meteorite hitting your house 6 times in a row. But that is exactly what happened to Radivog Lahic.
That is not a meteorite. That
This
is
is
a
a
rock.
rock.
I think you get that in Brighton.
It looks like the man's property, for some reason, attracts space rocks. The man even thinks that it might be aliens trying to bombard his house. Lahic sold one of his meteorites to pay to reinforce his roof against future attacks. He might have to move. Scientists are studying the property to see if it has any special magnetic properties. Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, pretty crazy, bruh.
Huh?
Gnarly.
Number 3. World War II bombs. During World War II, there was a bombing range called Pine Castle Range. Now, thousands of homes have been built along the northern side of the 12,000-acre area.
This would terrify me.
Yeah, this is crazy.
There's loads in London, you know. There's so many like under the streets and stuff. They keep finding them. They're building like the tubes and stuff.
As in, like, they find the shells or they find a
No,
bomb?
no.
Sometimes
they
they're
find, like,
undetonated and they close off area. Me and JJ were somewhere. When we went to get our jabs for Nigeria, they kicked us out the doctor's place because they found the bomb like round the corner, so they evacuated everyone.
3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago in Exeter, they had to evacuate like 3,000 homes, and it was like a non-detonated one, so they had to explode it safely.
Yeah.
Mad.
Like there's a whole video of it where they just like evacuate the whole area,
It's like a little robot with like a tracks on it and it's like little arms.
and they cover loads of dirt or like they put like mounds of like I guess
Yeah.
dirt over it, so it just like keeps it underground.
Mad.
Were discovered in 2007 near the running track of a local middle school. Kind of dangerous.
Kind of dangerous.
We should do a challenge where we have like a bomb in the distance and we have to hit it with a football.
Time to smash it.
In 2008, the Army Corps of Engineering launched a multi-million-dollar, large-scale cleanup of the area, eventually finding around 400 pieces of unexploded weapons. Number 2, a
Damn.
whale fossil. In 1978,
not a whale.
17-year-old Gary Johnson
baseball bat.
from Palos Verdes, California,
He found a baseball and thought it was a whale.
noticed a large rock sticking out of a hill between his house and a neighbor's. It appeared to have a bone pattern. Johnson called in an expert to evaluate it. He said it had no value. The stone sat in the ground for over 35 years until February 2014, when Johnson was watching the news and saw a huge piece of a 12-million-year-old sperm whale skull found just a few hundred yards away from where he had found the stone. Johnson called another expert, a paleontologist at the Natural History Museum. This time, he was lucky. The paleontologist estimated the fossil to be the 14 to 16 million-year-old jaw, skull, and baleen of a very rare baleen whale. Baleen whale fossils are very rare, with only
get
about
paid for it.
20 known specimens in the entire world.
I wonder, yeah, do you get paid if you find a fossil?
I don't know.
Surely.
Is it yours?
I reckon no.
Where's
It's
it
not
finders
yours.
keepers?
Finders keepers, man.
Yeah, like if I find a fossil, it's my fucking fossil, mate. Like I found a fossil. Like, who's saying
Paleontologist.
Harry versus Natural History Museum. It's my fucking fossil, mate.
It is, bro. I found the fossil. What, you didn't find it?
Would the paleontologist not be the one that gets paid? Because they're the one that's like...
They just verify it, though.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I guess without that, Harry thinks it's a stone.
I could just I could claim it's a family heirloom. Like, it's been passed down for thousands of generations, mate.
Your family just owned a whale.
Well, many moons ago, my friend.
They had a pet whale.
For generations, they've passed down this rock. Oh, how they can't disprove it? I'm getting paid. I'm getting my bread.
Number
Number
one,
one.
a cheetah.
He found Dream in his back garden. That's kind of mad.
Oh!
Oh!
That's not a good idea.
So I'm waiting on the mic off here. I'm joking.
Cancel Harry. Cancel him.
In 2008, 9-year-old Toby from Hamerton in the UK ran to his mother shouting that there was a cheetah in the garden. His mother dismissed his claims as childhood excitement, clearly. I mean, it's the UK. That is, until Julianne Taylor looked out of the kitchen window. To her astonishment, she realized her son wasn't joking. Toby had been playing in the backyard with his bicycle when he suddenly saw the African big cat. Or rather, the big cat saw him. Toby ran the 40 feet to safety, and luckily the cheetah had no interest in little boys.
Oh, no.
What a weird way of saying that.
The cheetah wasn't a nonce.
The 6-foot-long predator had escaped from a nearby animal sanctuary.
You know, say a lot about these cheaters, but they're no pedophiles. I rate that.
The incident terrified poor Toby because really, no one expects to come upon a cheetah in England. Although, if you look into it, it happens more often than you might think.
Harry thumbnail, that is.
Just run out on a pack.
The keepers played down the incident, saying that Akia was as tame as a dog since he had been raised by humans since he was a baby. At least it wasn't the beast of Dartmoor. Thanks for watching.
What was that at the end?
What has it just ended with?
Like, what a weird thing to do at the end. At least it wasn't this.
Just a way to give the kids nightmares at the end. Watch out.
Don't worry, the cheetah's not a nonce.
At least it wasn't the beast of Dartmoor.